Welcome to my boring channel. This video was supposed to be a suave looking hinged cover for my raised garden beds. However, it's slowly turned into a bit more of a proof of concept. Let me explain. You see, recently I built the raised garden beds, and specifically we built one just for the strawberries. And as I mentioned in that video, we've got a bit of a problem in the neighbourhood with the wildlife. Now, in New Zealand we don't have wildlife or critters that most other countries have to really be threatened about. There's no crocodiles, lizards, lions, there's no squirrels, skunks, snakes, brush turkeys. But what we do have is birds. Lots and lots of birds. And I alluded to this in the video I made for the raised garden bed, and pretty much what happened after that video was made, we were planting the rest of the planters the following weekend. I got my nice nutrient rich compost that I've been making out of me garden waste and food scraps and what have you, and as you might have seen by wheelbarrow cam, I got that the rest of it round to the raised garden beds and went for a swim with my girls. And so we've gone for about an hour and a half. Got back from the swim and my garden was, and I'm not exaggerating, full of birds. All of the birds had got wind about this soil and what came with the soil, which was the worms. They kicked out most of our vegetables we just planted whilst looking for worms. We ended up making a bit of a makeshift sort of scarecrow situation, and they seemed to get bored of it after a few days, but they just keep returning. I don't know the extent of the worm situation, and now the strawberries are just starting to come to fruition. I've been bogged down with a bigger project, video still to come, maybe, who knows. Which means I've not had time to put a proper cover on. So I dreamt up the idea of how I wanted to build this cover. Had some leftover rough sawn pine that I'd got just before lockdown there in August. It's 25mm thick. So what I wanted to do, break that down into strips on the table saw, and then make a rudimentary frame. And because of the small, the thin nature of it, I figured pocket holes were probably going to be my go. I've had a bit of an issue with that, with the timber splitting. It just is of really poor quality, but I kind of wanted to use what I had, and it also came with the bonus of being very light. Being that it's going to be fruit and vegetables, I want my little girls to be able to go and help themselves to strawberries. That's what it's all about. And however, it's turned into a bit more of a proof of concept. I think realistically I need some thicker timber, and I don't even think by that much more, but I do need some thicker timber. However, time's not on my side now. I started having a crack at this over the weekend. We're now on Monday. It's just gone into summer, and I know I'm busy for the next few weeks, so I'm just going to try and hammer this out with something to see at least the strawberries through. I'm not too fussed about the other one. That seems to be coming right now with all it is spinach and broccoli. The birds aren't interested in that. It's the worms that they want, but it's the strawberries I want to ward them away from. So yeah, without further ado, I'll show you sort of where I've got to. So yeah, there's a bit of a ghetto frame in there. I've got a bit of footage of it getting together in between me getting frustrated, and I've just got this. This is just like this is just netting it's like a frost net, because it gets bloody cold and I don't want to kill me fruit tree. So I've got a bit of that left over from last winter. I do have some proper netting here, as you can see. That is the long-term plan, but until I can suss out some more suitable timber, I just need to get something in. So I'm just going to quickly staple a bunch of this on and throw it over there, and for all intents and purposes, this is just going to be me proof of concept until next time. Okay, quick extra little update since yesterday's plan. So I was going to put on the frost cloth because it was left over from winter, and it's just something I've got lying around. Did a little bit of research on it, and basically frost cloth says when the sun's shining to avoid using it as much as possible, which is the opposite of what I was about to do. I was just basically going to leave it on all day. So I'm glad I had a quick read up. So I've been back to my 10. I've just got some temporary bird cloth or something they called it. Yeah, I'll put what it really is up there. and I'm going to quickly staple that on. I've also figured that as of today, which is the 9th of December, basically got the run into Christmas now, knowing my schedule, this temporary cover for the strawberries will more than likely end up being more medium-term solution than a short-term solution. So I'm just going to put in an extra little length of timber just to strengthen it up a little bit, knowing that probably a fierce wind at the moment would blow this over. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly hammer that out, then I'm going to get busy with the stapling, and then I'm quids in. Bloody hell, awesome. In reflection, although it's properly ghetto, I actually quite like it. Might have to do a bit of soul searching as to whether I now do the larger one in that ghetto way, or if I go to the more elaborate idea that I was dreaming up, that wasn't quite working with that timber. So yeah, bit of soul searching to be had there. But either way, thank you for watching my video. Be a good egg, would you? And give us a like and give us a subscribe if you haven't already.